In the film The Martian, Mark Watney uses soil on Mars to grow potatoes. And this kind of space gardening might not be as far away from reality as it seems. A group of scientists in the Netherlands has successfully grown crops in soil simulating the conditions on the red planet, as well as those on the Moon, to prove it's possible. The researchers, at the Wageningen University and Research Center, grew 10 crops in 3 different trays. One contained a Mars soil simulant, one was a Moon soil simulant, both provided by NASA, and one was an Earth soil control. The soil on Mars actually does have the nutrients plants would need to survive on Mars, according to NASA. There was little difference between the results in the Mars soil compared to Earth. That was a real surprise to us, said researcher Dr. Wageningen. It shows that the Mars soil simulant has great potential when properly prepared and watered. The biomass growth on the Moon soil simulant was less than on both other soils, about half of the biomass. Only the spinach showed poor biomass production. They were able to grow tomatoes, peas, rye, garden rocket, radish and garden cress in the trays. The goal of the experiments was to provide the basis for growing crops on Mars and on the Moon, in order to help feed the first settlers. This is the second experiment the group has conducted looking into growing crops in these soils. At first it had difficulties with using small pots and did not water the soil correctly, the researchers said. As a result, in the first experiment most plants in the Moon soil died, but in the next round they survived. The researchers managed to grow the same species as on the Mars soil simulant and the Earth potting compost control after they added fresh-cut grass and manure. The researchers did not eat the crops. The soils contain heavy metals like lead, arsenic and mercury and also a lot of iron, said Wageningen. If the components become available for the plants, they may be taken up and find their way into the fruits, making them poisonous. The group is hoping to conduct a third experiment looking into food safety. It has now launched a crowdfunding campaign, with the aim of beginning to grow the new batch of crops in April this year. This time the crops will also include potatoes and beans. So far the website has raised €7,991 of its €25,000 target. Several groups including NASA, Elon Musk and Mars One hope to take people to Mars in the next 10 to 15 years, said the crowdfunding page. Returning to the Moon may happen in the next 5 years. If we get there it will be to stay for extended periods. People will also have to eat there, and what is more logical than to grow your own food locally? If the crops prove to be safe enough to eat, those that have funded the campaign will be invited for dinner where a Martian meal will be served, including the harvested crops.